Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady. This is episode 159 of our knitting, crafting, crocheting, sewing, whatever we're up to podcast. Obviously Karen is not with us today, so it will probably be a fairly quick one. I've got 22 FOs, 5 whips, and some bags to share with you guys. You have to excuse me. I just woke up. I had a headache, so I took a little nap. It is Sunday the 26th. Weather was lovely today. Went out and did like a 3-mile walk, but now it's raining. Illinois, up and down all the time. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'll show you some of the new bags that I have listed in my Etsy store, Knit for Brains Designs. And it's a stack. As usual, we'll go ahead and start with the sock drawstring bags. Have Barbie. I had ordered this fabric for somebody for a custom order, so I usually tend to purchase some extras. Arcade. I love this one. It is so bright and pretty. And the insides of the drawstrings are the same as the tops. So I have one of those. Be a Rainbow. I've got 2 of these. Thought these were really fun. Medium drawstrings. I've got some lemons, so bright and cherry. I've got one of the Be a Rainbow. I have got one mermaid. I felt like I had more of these. Guess not. I have got one of the Barbie small wireframe bags. And this one does have a little bit different fabric on the inside. It is 2 colors of pink, and it actually says Barbie on it. And that's the inside there. Stands open with having the wires. That one is, I believe I said, a small piece of thread. I've got, in the large wire frame, the red cable stitches. This one has a black zipper and a black handle. And I believe it's black inside. And this is a fairly large wireframe bag. Yeah, it's black inside there. So I got one of those. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, which I was thinking about actually snagging one of these because I just love this. And there's, I don't think you could see it on the smaller ones, but there's even like little roller skates on there. Pac-Man's, Ghost, Arcade, cassette tapes, boombox. So it's really fun fabric. So yeah, 4 of those. And then, so all of those are new. And then I added some bags into the blemished section. So basically these are bags that I might have had like a little oopsie with, something like that. I put them in the blemish section, and they are marked down a little bit from what I would normally charge. So I have some of the red cable fabric sock bags. I have actually 2 of those. And the reason I put them in the blemish section is because if you look at the bottom, the cables do not line up. So there's 2 of those. And in the listing I did include pictures of that too. But I have 3 of the mediums. So you can see doesn't line up. So 3 mediums, 1 small wire framed. And then also in the blemish section, I've got some of this, I don't know, it's like a creamy, off-white, grayish looking cable patterned. Let me open it up since I had not shown you this one before. So I've got 4 of these. Again, same issue as before. And the inside has got really pretty, and you probably can't see it. It's got kind of a little undertone of a real light lavender almost to it. So 4 of those. So those are all the new ones that are left. And then I was going to run through, and I'll do these really, really super quick that I have left in the shop. I have 2 gnome Easter sock bags. It's just so cute. Little carrots, and he's holding a little chocolate bunny. So 2 of those. 1 button flower sock bag. Got another flowered one. A Schitt's Creek Cafe Tropical. Black and white contrast one. In the small wireframe bags, I have Total Bad, and I'm not going to say it. 1 of those. I have 2 of these gorgeous blue and green flowered bags, and this is the inside fabric here. I do have 1 of the gnome Easter ones left in the smaller wired. In the large wire, I only have 1 of these camping ones left. They are so cute. I think I showed before, I love this little squirrel that's roasting his marshmallow. I've got, oh shoot, 1 Yorkie. Okay, let me get rid of the stack. And then I think we're down to just medium-sized drawstrings. Total Bad, and that's 2 of those. I have 1 of the blue and green flowers. I have got 3 of these. I have got 1 of the flip-flops. We've got 3 of the Easter gnomes. Oh, I just noticed they got little bunny ears on them too. So cute. 1, 2, 3, I think 4 of the glittered, wow, look at that glitter, Love Dogs. And that's it. Again, that's Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. Okay, so we'll get to FOs. I'm going to do one first that, ow, that hurt my elbow, is not a knitting one. But I was going to share anyways. So I had went to some thrift stores and like consignment stores yesterday. Just kind of wandered around a little bit, and I found a few things. One of the items I found I liked, but I did not like. I don't want to call it ugly because some people probably would like it. So it was just not my taste. So it was this box. I have this thing with box, trunks, chests, that sort of thing. I tend to collect them. So I did purchase it, but then I gave it a little bit of a redo. So this is what it looked like originally. It had a rooster on it. not really my thing. So, oh, hold on. I gotta reach down here and grab it. This is what it looks like now. So I changed out the front of it. So I originally actually was going to completely change it. I was going to paint it blue and then do something blue on the front, but then I completely changed my mind and was like, no, I'm going to leave the black. And I don't know if you can kind of see, oops, let me see. They've kind of got it like distressed. The black is kind of distressed look. So I went ahead and left it and then just redid the front, which this was just like a heavy duty scrapbooking paper that I Mod Podged on the front and then reconnected the handle. So it's just a cute little storage compartment, which now I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to put it. I'll figure it out. Probably somewhere in here, I would imagine. So that was one thing I did. Oh, this reminds me, my bag. I do have some more Sweary fabrics coming, just a couple. Okay, so I can never remember what I showed last time. I know I showed this yarn recently because I just got this yarn from Molly Klein Designs, Sweet Tea Yarns, Hope for Sheila. It was a fundraiser. And then I matched that, and I bought it in DK. Then I pulled, what color is this? Blue Topaz, Knit Pick Stroll Fingering, and I held this double to make Lolo Did It, or Lauren Slaggle's 4-hour sock. If you have not checked out this pattern, you should. I really do enjoy the pattern. I like the finished product. And I really like the actual writing of the pattern as well. And it's very simple, and it's pretty fast. And I love the way these came out. The colors are so pretty. So I did, this is one pair. This is 2 pair. So rather than doing a pair, saying, oh, I have enough left for a second pair, and then having to put them back into the process of knitting and showing again, I went ahead and did both pairs at once. So, and I still, as you saw, had yarn left. Obviously not enough for another pair, but so out of a skein of DK, depending on your foot size, you can possibly get 2 pairs of those socks. And then, like I say, if you definitely would have to use contrast as well. Although, maybe not, because I did have some left over, but I think the contrast looks really cute, so. So there's that. Do I have another sock? I don't know. We'll just keep going. I can grab this again if I need it. Oh, okay. Alright, so this project, I don't know the manufacturer or the name of the yarn because I got this at Goodwill. And if you remember, I casted it on right away. I was doing Boxwood Mitts by Erica Flory. So I had the one done minus the thumb, and I had to do the second one and then both of the thumbs. So and I did do, for the most part, I followed the pattern. I did do more repeats of this than what it said, but I have really long fingers. So had I not done that extra repeat, it would have been more here, and I wanted them like a little bit longer. So that's what they look like. So I think they came out really good. So there'll be another pair of fingerless mitts for me. So that puts me up to 3 pairs I'll have now. Yeah, now that it's going to get warmer, it's fine. It's Illinois. It'll probably get colder again before it gets warmer. Okay, so there's that. Next up. Gotcha. Do I have the yarn label? I do not see the yarn label in there. You'll remember this from last time. It was the burgundy yarn. I know it's Malabrigo. It was considered a chunky or bulky one of those because we had the whole debate and this pattern, and I showed the one hat, and let's see, the Tilda hat. That's what it looks like. So I finished one of them, and I still had a skein left. Oops. So I went ahead and I finished a second one. And as I said last time, they're baby hats, but that's okay. In fact, it almost looks... No. I thought at first one looked smaller than the other, but holding them like together like this, I can see that they are the same size. The one I just knit, I did not go like this or anything with it to show you with, so I think that was the width difference. So I think tomorrow, because I have dance class tomorrow, I think I'll bring these over to Alisha for the babies. Because I think that they will fit Little Man and Peanut. So I'll find out. I'll see if they will try them on for me. Always hard to tell because, you know, 2- and 4-year-olds, kind of iffy sometimes if they want to cooperate with you, especially when it comes to hats, because it doesn't seem like any kid really likes to keep a hat on very long. I say that, but my granddaughter does, because she does not like to have her hair blown. She does not like her hair to get wet. She's always hollering at me, "Grandma, it's windy." Okay. All right, so next up I have scrubbies. So what I used for the first set is, I love this cotton in the deep turquoise colorway. And then I held it with some of the Red Heart Scrubby in the ocean colorway. And I did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did 9 of the blue little square scrubbies. Again, as I said last time, this isn't a pattern. I like the smaller size. They're good for like grabbing onto and scrubbing a pan, that sort of thing. So I cast on 15 and then I knit 20 rows and I do a stretchy bind off. That's it. So if you're curious how that works. And I believe, oh, I don't have my needles right here. I have them in my next one. I'll tell you what size needle I use when I get to the next bag. So I have those. And then I had a different scrubby yarn, and I don't have it with me because honestly I threw it in the donate pile because I do not like it. It really hurt my hands to work with it. And it wasn't because it was like scratchy or anything, because this is scratchy. It's because it was so thick. It was almost like a ribbon that you're knitting with. So I did one of those, and then I was like, nope, don't want any of that. I did clear through any of it in the closet that I had and put it in a donation bag. So, let's see. So then, when I was going through to find that stuff, I found that I have more of the actual scrubby fabric yarn. And I had made a while back my friend some purple ones because she likes purple. And her husband's like me. Once they're used, he just threw them away. So she's like, I need more scrubbies. No problem. So when I was in there, I found a skein of, I love this cotton in amethyst. And then I had some of the Red Heart Scrubby, and I cannot tell you what colorway it is. It's purple. Because it didn't even have the band on it anymore. So I made her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scrubbies. So let me hold one up. They're very, very purple. It looks blue to me on the screen, but I'm sure it's just because I'm looking on the screen. Because they are very purple. Oh, needles. I think it's a size 8. Let me see. Yeah, size 8, 5mm needles. And this is the one and only time I just use single point. I enjoy using these with, for any of my washcloths. And these are signature ones that my friend sent me. So I always have a washcloth bag going on, and I keep those in there. That's all my FOs, I believe. Take a little sip. Okay. Whips. Where are we going to start? Alright, let me start with the stuff I have thrown on the floor. If you saw the craft room, like, I'm in this little spot, and I pretty much, the whole left side, there's a cart, and then piled on the floor, and then the right side is just piled with stuff. You would think that there was like 10 people here. Okay, so my next one that I've been working on was a kit that I had purchased from one of the local yarn stores. It's called, I don't really understand why they call it that. The Aerial Scarf. But it's not really a scarf. It's a cowl, because you knit it long and then you end up connecting it together. So it's not a scarf. Let me see if I can show you. They don't really have a great picture, but that's what it looks like. And I was noticing earlier, I do not have the yarn tag, and I think I went through this last time I showed this. It's Malabrigo, but I do not know the colorway because somewhere along the way I have lost the tag. So I did a little bit of work on this today. This is kind of slow going because it is lace, but it's not a lace that, you know, you're repeating, you know, down the row. But like the first, I don't know how to explain this, I'm still foggy from my nap. So the repeat that you're doing on the first row involves 9 stitches, which that would be great. I could put stitch markers every 9 stitches. But then the next row you do it only involves 8 stitches down the row. So then having the markers in at 9 really isn't going to do me a whole hill of beans. If anything, it'd probably confuse me. So I don't tend to work on this a whole lot, but I did get some work on it done. So, oops, wrong side. Where my little moo-moo is, up to the top here is what I've done. And basically it's just 12 rows. You keep repeating until you're X amount of length and basically have enough yarn left to seam it together. or 3, I'm not sure how they have you, hold on, let me look here. 3 needle bind off, yeah. So you do a 3 needle bind off, and then it'll be done. I'm not sure how long it says. Let's see. Repeat rows 1 through 12 until it measures 54 inches from the beginning. So needless to say, I have a lot to go on this. So this is just going to be one that will just get worked on here and there. So there's that. Ooh, sorry guys. Another one that you guys know I haven't been in a mad rush about. I mean, I don't think I'm really in a mad rush ever with any of them. I'm using the DK Joy yarn. Again, I do not remember what it is, what the colorway is, because I used it for the kids' sweaters. I am working on the Whidbey bag, and I am debating a few things. So I'm almost to the end of the bag where I'm going to close it up, which is great. But then I have to do 2 60-inch I-cord straps. This is all of that yarn that I have. I'm not sure it should make it. I guess I was debating as if I was going to do the straps in this color or if I'm going to go ahead and do a different color for the contrast, which I've seen some bags done like that. I haven't really decided. And then after that, then I have to take a bunch of DK yarn and do the weaving in of the bag. Let me see, this picture kind of shows it. So the bag was solid, and then you weave in yarn to kind of get that look. And they said, you know, you can use like one color, you can do scraps, you can use fingering, you just have to, you know, hold more of it together, that sort of thing. So I don't know, I'm up in the air. I'll figure it out as I go. But I want to say, I measured it when I was in the car, but I think I'm to the point that I'm almost, if I'm not to it, I am like really darn close. Where I'm going to flip this upside down. So that's how much I did this time, from my little coffee and Pop-Tart all the way up. So I actually knit quite a bit on this. And yeah, I think it's about there. So maybe I'll measure it and see, but I think I'm pretty well done. So once I close that up, I need to weave in ends, do I-cords, and read about connecting those. I think I gotta make something that goes through here, probably another I-cord, I would imagine. And then I have to do all the weaving in. That'll be fun. So it's getting there. After it sat for quite a long time with no progress. Oh my goodness, it is so warm in here. I don't know what is going on. Whew. All right, what else? All right, next up, I make quite a bit of progress on this. The Dreaming of this Seashore, which was a kit that my sister sent me. And let me show the colors again. So it started with this one. Then it went to this one. And now I am on this one. Like, I'm not too far into this one. Obviously, you can see how much there is. Hold on, let me untangle it. Find the... Alright, and I actually had it marked. Oh, hold on. There's strings everywhere. Okay. Okay, I got it. I'll start at the... Okay, just to remind you what it looked like. Okay, where that progress keeper is, all the way down I did this time. And you can, I can't tell if you can see it or not. Yeah, I think you can see where it's starting to, this is where I was fading in the new darker color. So now I am starting, I'm done with the fading, so now it will just be the darker color. So I think once I am working on that, then you'll really see the difference of the two colors. I'm going to move up my progress keeper while I'm doing that. And it's a Schitt's Creek progress keeper, and Alexis one, it says, love that journey for me. So move that up. I really enjoy knitting on this one because it's very simple and it goes really fast and it's pretty addictive because I don't remember, it's not a bunch of different rows, like you just keep repeating it, so it's very memorizable. So made good headway on that one. Still got a couple. All right, the next one is a new cast on, but it's not really a whole lot to show. But I'll talk about it and tell you what I'm doing. So, it was in my pile of stuff to be casted on. It is the Campfire Knits Redwood Beanie. I'm just using a skein of worsted weight that I picked up at Goodwill. It doesn't really have much info other than worsted weight. Oh, it's called Mouse. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the gray. I literally, let's see which way this goes. Okay, so I am past the ribbing. I didn't think I was. But you really can't see. Is that going the right way? Yeah. You really cannot see much of the patterning yet because I'm not that far into it. Now, to make sure that this ends up being the right size, I want to say, where is it? This came in adult, small, medium, large. I really should have marked what I was doing. I'm doing the large, just to be on the safe side. Because you guys know, I tend to knit hats a little bit smaller. It's too funny. I don't know what is with me and hats. So, yeah. Not a whole lot of work done on it, but it at least got casted on. My main thing with casting that on was I wanted to get it past the ribbing, which I did that and went a little further. Okay. Ooh, I thought that was going to come tumbling down on me. Up next, a sock. And this is just using yarn from leftovers from the hat that I had done. And just recently finished. London House Yarns in the Bobbles colorway because I had loved the hat that I had knit for Alisha. So I'd weighed it and I had enough left to do journey socks for me. So I went ahead and casted those on right away, and I have an oopsie in my sock. I will show you in just a second. So this is how that they are turning out. So I knew I had an oopsie at one point, and I thought I had fixed it because I had picked it up and I started, I guess, doing the wrong stitching. I guess I fixed the one side, but I did not fix the other. I don't know if you guys can see this little blip there. But I don't care enough to take it all the way back, since they're just for me. So I'm just going to leave that little blip there. And we'll call it added character. I just dropped a stitch. Let's just pick that up. There we go. So I'm thinking these will probably go with me to dance tomorrow. For my first hour I'm there, I just sit while Peanut's dancing so I can knit, depending on what parents are there, because some of them I visit with. We'll see. Well, and if the one mom brings her other child, because he likes to play with me, then I don't get knitting done. I don't know. It's fine if I don't. It's not like I don't knit tons another time. All right, last item. Oops. Guys, I'm going to lose this pattern. And I'll go to knit on that. I won't know where it's at, so let me fix that. Okay, last up, which I did not get, I didn't work on. Well, I did. Very little. I think I worked on it last night. And I should have put it on a cord and tried it on today because I am having concerns with it that it's going to be too big, but we'll see. So it is the summer trellis sweater. And I was in between sizes, like really in between sizes, so I had to make a decision to go down or go up. And typically I would always go up. I might have chose the wrong thing. I don't know. We'll see. So the yarn I'm using is one I dyed called Rainbow Delight. That's what it looks like. I still have a skein I haven't caked up. And I know I had just split for the sleeves last time. And I had wanted to knit more to bring it down longer. So when I tried it on, I could see, you know, how it's looking. So this is what it looks like. Now, I know the trellis does not show as much as it could if it was on a solid, but I am fine with that. So, as I said last time, I had pretty much just split for the sleeves. So that's how much I knit on it yesterday. And I'm thinking I can probably, at this point, try it on. It is mainly, it's just not easy to show here. Let's see, from armpit to armpit. It's the width I'm concerned with. But I do also like a bigger sweater. So it might be okay. But rather than hemming and hawing and keep knitting on it, maybe that will be my goal for tomorrow afternoon. After I exercise, go for my walk. Maybe my goal after I shower and get moving for the day will be to try this on. Or I could do it tonight after recording. I'm not going to do that. I'll probably come back next podcast and I still probably won't. No, I'm going to do it before I knit much more on it because this is fingering weight and that's a whole lot of knitting if it's not going to to work. And you guys know me normally with stuff. I always just keep going, and I'm like, oh, it's fine. Somebody will fit it, but I want this. So if it's too big, it'll all get torn out, and I will restart it down a size. So we shall see what happens with it. And this is why they tell you to gauge swatch, but no, I've never done one in my life. I don't plan on starting it now. And if I have to reknit it, I will reknit it. Such is life. All right. That is all the whips that I have been working on. I know I have a few other things I need to start that need to get done, but it'll happen. Acquisitions. All I have is a Goodwill acquisition. Nothing too exciting. I found a bag of, I guess I could open it. I found a bag of cotton. So there was a skein of sugars and cream. In the sunshine colorway. And then there was these two little bits of cotton of other colorways. And then there was some of the Red Heart Scrubby Cotton in the lemony colorway. So I can put that and make some scrubbies. So I will actually keep this out. And those will be my next bunch of scrubbies, be yellow ones. I just keep doing them, and I stick them in the gift bin. I did a ton of them last year too, and my gift bin was empty, and people seem to love those little scrubbies, so I'll just keep doing them and throwing them in there. So that's that. All right. No, I already talked about that. So I do have one thing that I've added to my cast-on pile I can share with you guys. I think I've already talked to you about my dinosaur, which this needs to happen soon because dance recital's in June, so I need it by June. So I need to crochet this dinosaur, crochet a bow tie for him, and then figure out if I could do a top hat for him. Because I tried again looking online to find some sort of stuffed dinosaur that was like fancier with a bow tie or a top hat, and there's nothing out there. So my friend had sent me, this was a while back, I'd already knit her, she sent me 3 sweater quantities. I had already knit one for her, which was the potluck pullover, so I've gotten that one done. So the next one that I will be knitting, I guess that's the only picture of it, is Sea Glass by Bad Wolf. So it's a tank. And it is going to be knit out of, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't know the colorway. Let me see if I can figure out where it opens at. It's gonna get crunchy, folks. Maybe. These bags sometimes, you cannot, I don't know if you guys have this issue. Oh, I think she might have taped it. I think I got it. Nope. There we go. That is one heck of a sticky bag. Okay. So the colorway is on her sparkle sock, and it is called Benny and the Jets. Joe. podcasting. It is really pretty. It is really sparkly. So this is what she sent for me to do that tank top. I have a feeling there's going to be extra, so there'll be some for me to play with. Oops. So I did get this out. Ooh. As soon as I finish my sweater, I will be caking this up and casting this out on. I already have a big project bag out for it. Got the pattern printed. So it's going to happen because that way she can wear it this summer. That is like the stickiest bag ever. All right. Oh, I did get... No, I didn't. I thought I had gotten something else this time, but I did not. I don't even think I have anything ordered. I do not. Which is good. I've been being a good girl. Next Saturday is YarnCon. So I believe I'm going to go to that for a little bit. Just to walk through it. Won't go crazy because, well, I have a ton of yarn. But it's always nice to just walk through and see stuff and get ideas for, you know, different patterns because they always have, like, samples and stuff out. And, I mean, you know, I'm going to end up buying stuff. And I do have a little bit of a purchase list, but not for me, for different people for like birthdays, Christmas, that sort of thing. Because you know me, I have to work ahead. So I should be going to that on Saturday, I believe. So that'll be fun. It's been a bit since I've gone to something. So other than that, I'm not watching anything special. Still all the usual stuff. I did listen to an audiobook. I think I talked about it last time. Shoot, what was the name of it? It's a knitting story. Oh, I think I know what it's called. I deleted it off my phone already, so... it is called... A Good Yarn by Debbie McCumber. So, I know I talked about it last time. Because I get very, very bored on the treadmill. No matter what I do, I get bored. Listening to this really made the time go, like, fly past. It made going on the treadmill, like, much more enjoyable to the point that I was like ready to get on there because I wanted to continue the story. The only problem is I felt like it, I mean, it lasted a while, don't get me wrong, but I still felt like it ended too soon. I was like, oh man. So I did go and I'm like, I'm going to need something to listen to. So I did just go and just download some free audiobooks. Because a couple of them that I had previously downloaded, I had at like 2 and 3%, and I was like, why have I not gone any further with them? So when I clicked on them, I knew why I hadn't gone any further. It was like a computerized robot sounding voice for the narration, and that drives me nuts. So what did I start? I barely started this today. Some sort of love story. It's called Twice Shy. So I was going to do that, but then I was at a thrift store today and they actually had some audiobooks on disc. So I did pick up 2 audiobooks there to have my husband put on my phone as well. Because that seems to be my new thing. If I'm not talking on the phone when I'm on the treadmill or walking, then I'm listening to a book. Because those are the 2 things that keep me occupied. And I don't have boredom set in then. So, yay. So, there's that. other than that, I'm trying to think, is there anything new going on? I don't. Oh, I put up my Easter stuff. And when I say I put up my Easter stuff, I decorated my living room table. That's it. And it's really bare minimum decoration, even though I really like it. Let me see if I can show you. So I have a little Care Bear, and then with Easter ears, and then there's 2 little bunny gnomes. So that's them out. And then I did put, because I found the other day, let me see if I still have the picture. I know I have a picture. When I found that box that I redid, I also found a sign for Easter that I thought was really cute. So I did hang this on my front door. So welcome, and it has Easter, and there's little cotton balls for the tails. I thought it was cute. So I did pick that up as well. Other than that, there's been nothing new. I've been sewing, working out, and knitting. That's it. So, all right. Well, hopefully Karen will be back next time. I'm not 100% sure on that, but perhaps. Do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Also, head over to Etsy and check out Knit for Brains Designs. Got plenty of bags in there. There is also some yarn and stitch markers and some other stuff in there that I didn't show. I didn't show everything that was in the shop. I just kind of picked here and there. But I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye!